Hey, what is happening, all you mechanical maniacs? Hurst Quayzar here. Welcome back to another episode of Rot2Rad. That's right. That's where we take some rotten cars and we make them into something radical. Now, last week, I decided to do a twofer. Like these videos drop on Tuesday, so it's like a two for Tuesday type thing. And then I had to pre-record them because I am not going to be in my home state. I'm going to be in Paris. So this is right now. If you're watching this right now, I am somewhere in Paris doing Parisian things. I don't know. So today we get to tackle the whole front end suspension on these things. So I don't even know why this is turned. I have no idea why it's turned, but it's turned. I have no idea, but that's all right. So how's everybody doing? I hope this video is finding you all happy and healthy. We are happy about getting these Mopars done. I mean, come on, it's not. I had the chance to probably just get a pair of Fords out there. I know you guys wouldn't have liked that at all, but hey, figured give it a shot, right? For Mopars. All right, I'm yakking away here. I'm gonna get all these parts taken off here. Get some brand new parts because these look horrible. Get them all painted up, and we will be back in a few minutes with the results, and we'll reassemble. All right? Okay. Stick around. Wow, that seemed like a lot of parts to paint into. It's been a while since I've done like a four-wheel drive vehicle, so I can't believe how much painting and chroming I just did. Holy cow. I feel like it's not any worse than like any other suspension, but man, it just seemed like forever. I was taking forever in a paint shop trying to get all this stuff done. So just like the rear end, we've got, the U-bolts are chromed, the plates are chromed, rubber bushings. I mean, everything is like this kind of the same. So I don't understand why it felt like it took forever, but man, it did. Get this piece on. We went with the TK aftermarket brakes and Brembo cylinders. Really gonna make it pop. Yeah, the wheels are still turned on there, so I have no idea. Get that mounted. There we go. All right, let's go over here to the other side. Not sure why these are in particular are turned. It must be in the config that they're turned. That must be where it's at. That's all right. I don't really care myself. It just kind of looks funny when you're here on the lift. Drive shaft. I decided to go black with the drive shaft. Didn't seem to make much of a. It makes much sense to paint it orange, so I painted it black. That done. Go. Looking much better. Looking much better than it did when it came in here, that's for sure. At least we've got a rolling chassis. Alright. What am I missing over here? That's not... Oh, there we go. The ring. That's the ring. Okay. Now I can put tires on it if I wanted to. We're going to go ahead and lower this down. I'm going to pull the engine out of this. Okay. Any parts I have left? I don't need these because I'm going to make up my own rules as I go with the wheels and tires. We're going to move that to landing bay 2. Go ahead and pull that out. So I don't need it in there. Might as well have it out, right? And I'm going to sell it. Boom. Done. Because I'm not even going to use this block. I'm not going to use this engine. I'm going to go with something totally different. And considering how wide these flares are, I'm definitely going to go a little bit wider. All right. Now, onward and upward. We're going to go ahead and rip apart this Roadrunner's suspension. Do the same thing. I want to take it all apart. get some brand new parts, and then we'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll put this thing back together. All right, stay tuned. All right, we're getting back at it, putting together shocks, man. Oh my goodness, the second set of shocks I put together today for this thing. All right, yeah, I have been mulling over the color of the cars. So I had said in the last video, you guys can pick the color of the car. Whatever gets the highest votes, that's what I'll paint the car. So I think I leave it in your guys' hands. That might prove to be a little dangerous, but okay. You can send me like a color or a hex code or something, and I will do just that. But it has to paint both the cars. It has to look good with the orange, and I would prefer it to be a Mopar color. That's what I'm going for. If I don't get any responses, this is what I'll do. If I don't get any responses about the color, I'm just going to pick a Mopar color that I find online. I'll just go look at Chrysler, Plymouth, Dodge colors and try to find one for both. Mopar color, basically. So Plymouth was a Mopar, Dodge is a Mopar, Chrysler is a Mopar. So that's how I'm going to do that. So if you guys don't have a color for me, I am just going to pick it myself, and I'm just going to go with whatever I can find. All right. Did I get the other push? Yeah, it looks like I did. I want to pull the engine out of this one as well. But this is the engine we're going to put in. Is the 426 Hemi. As I stated from the last video, we're going to put the 426 Hemi in both these beasts. They will be built identical. So what'll happen is whatever the ratio is in the config on one may change the horsepower and torque of the engine, if that makes sense. So there's areas in the config file where you can change the power ratio of the engines. And if you do that, it's kind of tied to the car, not necessarily tied to the engine. So we'll find that out. That will be interesting to see how that happens. Considering this is a DLC, and what we have on lift number 2 is a mod. Did I get everything for that? I think so. Let me open up my inventory. No items. Nice. Okay. All right. So we've got suspension complete on both of our project cars. Let's go ahead and dump this down. Move you over. Number 1. Go ahead and take the engine out of there. Oh, I gotta remove the gearbox. Oh, silly. Dopey me. Dopey me. Okay. Alright. Gearbox is removed. What about the exhaust pieces? Doesn't look like I have any exhaust pieces on there. So let's go ahead and lower you down. Extract the motor out of there, and we're going to dump the motor out. We don't need this stuff. We're going to buy brand new. That's all there is to it. We're just going to buy brand new. All right. Next up on the agenda, I'm going to let's get the interiors done on here. So let's go with the interior. You. Interiors. Need 2 of you. And I'll keep that steering wheel. There we go. Interior's done. That doesn't have a back seat, or it has a back seat. Yeah, it has a back seat. How are we doing on this one? This is all engine cover. Engine cover. let's take a look to see what the engine cover actually is. Engine cover. Engine cover. Not a big deal. We'll buy it. There's Fast and Furious 1, Fast and Furious 5, Fast and Furious 4. This thing, yeah, I mean, you can make a lot of crap with this thing. It's just amazing. These, like I said, if it wasn't for the modders, this would be quite the boring game, because after you start doing one or two cars, everything's just about the same. But I tell you what, the modders have really brought to life this game. They really have. Let's see here. I know I'm always singing the praises of the modders, but it is true. It is true. Let's go to interiors. Get the bench front, bench rear, clear search, and I want to get that steering wheel. I want to match the steering wheels up. There we go. Steering wheel 3. There we go. Why not, right? We're just trying to make them as... There we go. Yeah, the wood grain doesn't look as good in that as it does on this, because it has the wood grain there. You have no wood grain in there, do you? You do not. Okay, so let's go ahead and take that off. We will get the other one. This one right here. Very similar to what we have in the other car. So that'll work. Right? Yeah, that to me that works. That works. Okay. Let's dump out these two items. Okay, what else is there to do? Engine compartment. Engine compartment. Let's see what we got here. Brake servo. Our steering reservoir. Radiator. Windshield washer. Reservoir. And we have batteries. Okay, so let's go into here. I'm gonna go ahead and go with that battery. Tie downs. Do we have a Dodge cover? No. Volkswagen, Toyota, Ford, and Chevy is all we have. So let's go back here. Get this tied down. That one right there. So let's go ahead and put that in. Don't necessarily... I wish I could paint the top of this Optima battery. I'd paint it to match the underneath, but that's okay. Okay, so I think everything is pretty much underneath. Engine compartment's done. Go over here to the fuse box. Boom, done. Okay. Fuses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Get all these fuses in here. Make sure I'm using the right fuse. Okay, let me do a double check here. Status. So far, I think we're doing pretty good. All right, so much for that. I think everything underneath there is good. Let's get rid of this crap. Yeah. It's off my parts. All right, to the Roadrunner. What we have here? We have, of course, the same stuff pretty much. Battery. So let's go into, here we go. We're going to buy that. Go to tune. There we go. Everything's going to be basically the same between both cars. And that's how we wanted to run it. And that's what I was talking about in the last video, is trying to get both these vehicles as close as possible. I'm going to pretty much paint them the same. So whatever, the rims will be the same. Now the tires, like I said in the last video, the tires are not going to be the same. It can't be. I mean, come on. I got a four-wheel drive over there, and this is a street rod over here. So that's not going to work. But I am going to use the same rims. How's that? So we are going to do that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I bought another fuse box by mistake. That's okay. Ah, wrong button. All right. So the engine compartments are done. Yeah, I did buy. I have another fuse here. Oops. Let's take a look at the car itself. Let's see if I've missed anything. Sometimes you get in a hurry and you put in like the old pieces instead of the new pieces, which kind of sucks. All right, both these vehicles are only going to get rear license plates. Just the way I do things. Ooh, I need some more Ohio license plates. Holy crap. Well, wait a minute. I'm in Paris. They should have Paris plates. So let's go do this. Let's build ourselves some Paris plates, some France plates. So let's see, France. Can we go France? France. There we go. Now, I want 2 of them, and we are going to make them Quayzar. You. Usually I do this pretty quick. And there we have it. Oops. Quayzar. Okay, so I got 2 of them. France. That works. You'll never see these cars in France. No way. Alright, so just for the fun of it, we put some plates on here. Quayzar plates from France. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for me for today. I think I'm going to wait until next episode. We'll do the engines and the wheels on the next episode. And that will be next week. Now, like I said, let me know in the comment section what color you think you should have it. Whatever color has like the most redundancy or the most votes, I am going to paint the colors that color. If you guys don't want to give me a color, that's fine. I'm going to pick one and I'm going to go for it. All right? Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And I can't wait to see you soon. This is Hurst Quayzar saying goodnight. And I'm out.